I'll just do a quick lineup run through. We have for Pure Blades, we have __ wow, Adam Chen, B Miriam 5991, I carry PvP, Lego, Nigerian Rusher, NY _ Twismazin, Ultimate Gamer 16, and Zelif. For Chinatown, we got Pony, Arzanix, Apopsic, Beanbutt, Hager, Joshua, Kai, Marksman, Show, and Surprise Grace. So we always like watching the first couple of minutes of Fractal Descent. Still stuck on week 1. Because Fractal is one of those DDC maps we like to talk about, where you talk about these chores that players have to do. And getting these chores done is pretty vital to most teams, getting further in the competition and further in the match so that they can be safe as the match goes on. Should turn the music down a little bit. Sorry. Alright, so yeah, part of those chores are watering your monuments. Make sure your diamonds are watered so those cannot be cannoned. Preventing, quick touches on your monument, preventing quick touches, or getting rid of most of your diamonds is always negative, so you want to cover those up. And then fast cannoning is always important, because if you can gain cannon control, especially on a map like Fractal where cannoning is so key, it will allow you so many more opportunities further on in the match, such as being able to control Skybridge. As long as you can counter under Skybridge effectively, you'll be able to have Skybridge as your own and control it for yourself, or take care of the enemy's Skybridge if they start to build their own. Looks like around Pure Blade side, we have a whip coming up on the left and right hand side of the core. So flanking the core, we have 2 whips, which will do a decent amount of damage right around the core for Chinatown, and could be a little harassing. And it could definitely be a little annoying, especially since Chinatown doesn't seem to have any cannons going up to counter those or stop those. And PureBladeEnergyStorm is getting this really solid Skybridge setup so far, just by this one guy. I carry PvP seems to be carrying Skybridge, and more so than PvP right now. And Chinatown also has their own Skybridge setting up on the opposite side of the map, and both teams electing to go for the straighter version of Skybridging. So it's a little easier to cannon, but maybe a little faster to get your route to get your final destination. But one cannon can do quite a bit of damage to a straight Skybridge, a little more so than maybe a diagonal or a zigzagging one. It's a little less conventional, but can definitely be very useful in a match where Skybridging is so key to offensive pressure for teams.
The Skybridge is not water at all, though, and they've elected to go for a staircase, which is nice, but there's no pillar with water that is protecting said staircase.
Exactly.
They're relying on that whip dominance under it, and once that whip goes down, that Skybridge is going to follow it quickly.
And it'd be wise of Chinatown to get up a cannon very soon, which looks like Beanbutt on front line has said cannon and hit whip, and the whip is down. So basically, they've just lost all control on the left side for cannoning, except for that one whiskey up in the front, but it doesn't seem like anyone's manning that. So if Beanbutt plays his cards right, he could be very effective in halting the progress of the Skybridge and making sure they're slow to get back up on that Skybridge. So Beanbutt could be very vital here to the future of this match. Like, just that one shot, look at that, half the staircase is gone, and just even that is going to be so much time for Chinatown to extend their own Skybridge, because there's not going to be anyone to counter them up on their own Skybridge, because PureBlade can't reach their Skybridge at the moment because they have no staircase up to it. So Beanbutt should just be wise just to keep on pelting away at that Skybridge and never stop, because it's really going to be doing a lot of damage.
Did I just see an Icarus go off there?
I missed it if there was. Oh yeah, look at that.
Dropping near core.
PureBlade looks like he jumped right into the TNT room.
TNT room, is he going to go for it?
He popped a couple of chests.
He's dead.
But actually,
that could have been really clutch.
Interestingly enough, he went straight for the middle 2 chests, or the middle set of chests, which actually holds the bulk of the TNT. Yeah. So if they don't manage to chest all that up, which it looks like they're going to be trying to, but if they don't, that's a serious chunk of their TNT gone right there. And although they're not necessarily hurt for TNT, in a long-term match, that middle set of chests I find really comes into play.
Supply starvation is something that does come into play on Fractal Descent, not as much on Terradus, except for maybe some early TNT supplies. Yeah. But I think what we really talk about with supply starvation is, at the end of the match, are they going to have TNT? At the end of the match, are they going to have iron armor if you go for those iron towers? Because if the answer is yes, then it doesn't really matter how much you destroyed. They still have that at the end of the match.
Exactly, and it looks like PureBlade has actually also their whips a little bit, so they have a bit of these extended whips, allowing them to have a couple extra shots in the front of the cannon. Any extra damage is always nice. It might take a little bit longer to load or to fire or to build even, but maybe that little extra bit of damage could help you out in the long run, but we'll see as the match goes on. Turn this down a little bit. Turn down a lot of it. But right now, looks like we still have a couple members of Chinatown running around naked, and we are nearing the 5-minute mark for when gold core. The gold core mark is at 50 minutes, so 10 minutes into the match. So right about now is when you're going to start seeing most teams get that water above their core and set up so that they're really solid and set up for that gold core as soon as it starts. A bit of a not quite effective cannon there, but it'll do. And now, right now, PureBlade is actually in an interesting spot because if they can cannon Chinatown's defender right now and delay him long enough before he can get this defense set up, which is very realistic, it could be a huge play for them because this way they can delay long enough, they won't have a water on top of their core come 5 minutes in, or underneath their core, which is even more important, because getting a cannon underneath the core, it's a little slower to water, and you'll have a direct leak right into the void if you can pop one of those blocks. So it could be interesting, but it doesn't look like PureBlade has noticed or is going to be canning that area just yet. So it looks like he'll be able to build that defense uncontested pretty much.
Yeah, Higar's got that up.
Yeah, so...
before we get too far into the match of the Parkway, who are you going to be betting on?
I think I'll be going with Chinatown. They had a strong start. They got a couple of those touches, but just watching them play, I think they're going to be more dominant on Skybridge, and their canning seems to be a little more relevant. While PureBlade has those whips, they can be really effective, but I mean, you're kind of, like you said, you're kind of maybe relying on 2 cannons to do the work of 8 cannons, you know, and from what I feel. So it might benefit them to build a few more cannons just so they can have a little more widespread control. But as it stands right now, I feel like Chinatown with the Skybridge, they're not cannoning themselves, which is a little important. They're not cannoning very heavily, but there goes one of the hips. Yeah, there goes one of the whips, which again...
There goes one of the hips. Staying up on one now.
The octogenarians playing in OCN tournaments. So like I said, just that one shot, that one whip is gone, and that's a large portion of their cannon dominance, if you will, gone. But as I say that, they get a perfect Skybridge counter. Yeah, so great Skybridge counter coming in from PureBlade there. Nice shot.
Iron, it looks like, for Chinatown.
They're gonna land.
Dropping down core region, it looks like. No, monument.
Right.
Right monument.
I lost him.
Far right.
Oh, I see him. Yep. We got PureBlade there.
Going for the for the diamonds here. If you place the pressure plate there, you place the pressure plate there and activate it, it'll activate the TNT under it, and then we'll get those diamonds.
As you can see right here, as this one is exposed, you place the pressure plate right on top of this block, and it'll light those 2 TNTs, setting those off and get rid of the diamonds. So Adam Chen doing a lot of work right now. Honestly, he got 3 of the diamond cores, I guess you can call them, diamond staircases. Managed to get a touch on the monument, which is a little less important. But having those diamonds gone is pretty nice. They still have...
And he's knocked out.
Yeah, and he's gone now. They actually, it looks like the whip managed to take care of the other 2 diamonds, and it looks like someone else actually got rid of. So
yeah, we've got 1 supply of diamonds left. I don't know if they've harvested any of them, though.
It is possible, but it looks like right now Chinatown is pretty starved for diamonds, which is a bit of a scary situation for them to be in. And it does look like they actually managed to get chests up for that TNT when someone popped those chests. That's good.
And got some water going up on this Skybridge here.
Yeah, finally, it looks like they noticed this cannon coming in from Joshua, which actually I just want to point out is pretty cool that he got the name Joshua for the Minecraft account. He's got a router coming in from him. Hopefully, he'll be able to do a little more damage, but he's getting kind of close to canning his own team, so he might want to be wary of that. But as it looks like, Chinatown is slowly but surely progressing this Skybridge towards PureBlade's side, and PureBlade has just kind of had 2 people up here trying to delay, kind of trying to not advance very far, but maybe allow their teammates on the ground to get cannons up or set up their defenses a little more solidly. So as long as they can delay long enough to where PureBlade can be in a comfortable position, then they may be able to fight back from losing that Skybridge battle. As you see, a nice cannon coming in there right there. That's a perfect shot.
Going very heavy on the cannons. Now that the game has progressed a little bit.
Definitely, and although that second whip hasn't been rebuilt, they have all the cannons and all the vital spots, like having a cannon right up pointed at the Skybridge. They have a whiskey to control right below the whip that's still alive, and they're really going for that dominance on the left-hand side. So, good job by them so far. It looks like a little cannon duel coming out on the front lines. That looks like
to get that off fast enough, the bow pressure would be enough to have his cannon destroyed.
Yeah, so Beanbot unfortunately loses that duel, so he won't be able to regain that part of the control for cannons. But it looks like he's gonna go to the right a little bit, but he's taken out.
Yeah.
This is why you always wear armor, people.
Yeah, and this is why those no diamonds are getting really scary right now for Chinatown.
Definitely, PureBlade playing very well. They went having those people that Icarus over getting resources is so smart. It can be so easy to get drawn into the allure of a monument touch or a core touch right at the beginning of the match, but really dealing with that resource management and resource starving in the beginning of the match. If you're smart enough to, and intelligent enough to make that call as an offender, you can be really effective and be really dangerous to the team.
We often look up there, we see the one objective, the three objectives. There's always that second or fourth objective, which is map control. And it is often the most important objective to have.
Definitely. Because a team in control of the map, although they may be down in objectives, are in the position to be able to come back from that deficit. So it's always good to see teams that will prioritize the long-term game and still be effective on the battlefield. So right now it may look like PureBlade might be getting a lot of stuff done, but also you say that in Chinatown with this extension of Skybridge is starting to get a little scary for PureBlade as well. If they can't put a stop to this, I mean, we could see Chinatown send 3-4 people up here, beef up the Skybridge, and start dropping relatively soon.
Yeah.
But they have a decent expanse to cover so far, but not nearly as much as I think PureBlade would like.
PureBlade definitely does have that luxury with those diamonds, though. It's going to be a huge help on Skybridge. If they start sending people up there, diamond, it's going to be really tough to get past that with bowfire.
Yeah, definitely. And someone in my chat just said PureBlade is playing very well, and I would have to agree. They're playing very well again. Like I said, you try to mention the positives and negatives of both teams. PureBlade really winning this cannon battle across the whole bottom of the map, but Chinatown really kind of forgetting about all that. They're sending a couple people to the Skybridge, and they're really trying to force this Skybridge game. Right now they're just in kind of a bow battle, but these kind of extended bow battles are pretty important because if you can lower your opponents down to a low amount of health, or they're going to back behind cover, it gives you the opportunity to search forward, get a couple blocks, and extend your Skybridge that bit.
It's really interesting to me as well to see this kind of reversal, because at the very start of it looked like Chinatown had the much better understanding of what they had to do for the start. But as we go further in, you see PureBlade gets control of the map again. They realize kind of maybe their strat was a little bit faulty at the start, but they start to get stuff done, they get diamonds, and their experience is really starting to show as we get past those set roles and start to do things more on the fly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it looked like they may have been a bit weak in terms of the first couple of minutes, where Chinatown looked like it really had that kind of set up, practice, and ready to go. So it may have looked like they came out real strong out of the gates, but like you said, PureBlade doing a really good job of kind of fighting back from that first couple minutes. Not getting too flustered and regaining map control because of it. So they're playing really well right now, and these cannons going up all over. It looks like Chinatown only has like 2 people cannoning mainly right now, which is it seems like, at least with all the cannons firing off PureBlade's side, it seems like they have a lot more than that. But as we say that, Show actually managed to get a couple kills. It looks like those are some Skybridge kills. Which is huge because they have one person left, which is NY underscore left on Skybridge, and he's pushed back real far. So it's a perfect opportunity right now for Chinatown to really extend this and get something going in terms of Skybridge. If they can connect to PureBlades, that could be a huge spot for them. If they can push over, possibly kill NY, blow up that staircase, or water it possibly, and then all of a sudden we got ourselves a game because Chinatown's right back into it with that really forward offensive position.
And it looks like over here, Beanbolt is trying to do a semi-diagonal to regain cannon control on this left side for Chinatown. Not really working for him, and they still do seem a little behind in cannons, especially on this left side facing off of PureBlade's side, I guess.
Yeah, PureBlades is really locked down this right-hand side. Again, the Nigerian Rush are going for yet another one of these extended whips, or just slightly
Looks like
edited
we got a
whips.
water wall coming up as well on the other side, and that is going to make it a pain to get past there. Ultimate Gamer setting this up, definitely going to have some whiskeys behind that. There does seem to be a very methodical pattern to this, though. I wonder if there's a reason.
It's been interesting. Yeah, like cannons will fit snugly in there or something. It's cleverly designed, but we'll keep an eye on that and see how that progresses. Or just he's just being kind of smart. Oh.
Adam Chenblatt breaks a piece of core.
Where is he at? So he is actually just blocked up on top. He's just kind of chilling.
Notices him. The core defender has not finished his defense though. He is starting a tube up there. He's gonna get hit out though.
Yeah, but Adam Chen's smart there. It looks like obviously we didn't catch him actually getting on top of the
here.
core. Yeah, he's still kicking, but he has 3 people surrounded by him.
Yeah.
So it seemed like Adam Adam Chen actually noticed that Hager was still doing that defense, was probably up there on the TNT, and used that opportunity to get that touch. So if that was the case, good play by him, and maybe a little lapse of thought for the core defender, but it happens. But part of the role for core defender is, you know, you always have to be ready. You always have to be ready. You never know who's going to show up and from where and when. So, you know, part of being a great core defender is being very aware and being very alert.
Chinatown's defender is currently chilling in some casual iron armor right now, and they have some diamond left that they really should be going to those defenders, especially the core dude.
Definitely. And again, I feel like they almost missed an opportunity before without extending that skybridge, but it looks like they went back to cannoning under skybridge, possibly to kind of, you know, delay or slow down, or maybe use it as an opportunity. That kind of doing some pretty good work, and PureBlades, maybe they haven't noticed it yet, or they don't seem to be counter-cannoning, because...
another Icarus in the air.
Oh, looks like from Chinatown, looking right on the right-hand side.
Monument.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going.
Did he just fail and Icarus onto his own side?
I believe so. Yeah, I think that's just what happened, actually. I think we just got trolled a little bit. But what's interesting is, so, okay, here we have this counter-cannon finally coming in. Didn't go as planned, it looked like. Ultimate Gamer kind of messed up the mounting block, it looked like there. But PureBlade really needs to take care of that counter cannon before he can kind of just carve through this entirety of the skybridge. Because right now, he's got an eye on that skybridge, and it's slowly going away. And ICAR PP there gets shot off that hole that he just created, and actually dies on the way down. And it's only New York underscore or NY underscore left up here. So Chinatown really needs to capitalize on this, I feel. This is, and here they go. They're gonna start getting a couple of blocks, but waiting this long is maybe a little risky. One gets knocked out, but honestly at this point, it's still a 3v1. I mean, you really should be going for this. One person shouldn't realistically be able to hold this back. And they're getting cannoned as we speak, so they really need to get out of this spot. It's a bit risky for them, and they really probably should recognize that this is a really great opportunity for them. Is that another Icarus? What just happened? I think I'm going crazy. Love how everyone in the chat, by the way. Yeah, I'm going crazy.
Oh, did someone just fall there?
So, I wasn't crazy. I think I just saw like a blur just like fly past me.
I think it was Zelef.
Ooh, nice cannon coming in from PureBlade. And it seems like that's been the story all match. It looks like, you know, PureBlade might be a little slower on the cannons, but it always seems like they're a bit more effective. Like they're in the perfect spot and they always get the timing just right. It just seems like PureBlade just knows where and when to build a cannon and really knows how to fire it. So it just seems like they've been doing a lot more work with their cannons in comparison to Chinatown. Actually, and they're the last person just got knocked off of the skybridge for Chinatown. Actually, no, there's one person hiding back here. Okay, so Surprise Grace is their saving grace right now, actually, for the skybridge.
When watching matches, I think it's pretty apparent what kind of team you're looking at. A team that you see having
the core defender just forgot to breathe. I'm sorry, the core defender just forgot to breathe. That's just worth pointing that out.
It always looks like a team that has really good opening strides. Usually a team that strats a lot. A team that has kind of that comeback attitude that always is managing to get out of sticky situations. It's usually a team that scrims a lot.
That's a good point, actually, because it kind of shows that, you know, they definitely have a lot of experience. Another Icarus coming in from PureBlade's side. Hopefully this time he'll actually make it to Chinatown side. He doesn't troll the hell out of us, but nope, there he goes. He's landing on top of the core, it looks like, or right in the water underneath the core, and he's swimming up. I don't know if he's been spotted. That's Zelef just under the core picking away. Okay, has been Arzenik's coming in from behind, and he has been shut out. So good try by him. He went unnoticed for a scary amount of time, because that's almost enough time for another core touch. Not necessarily a leak, but yeah, good try by his on his part.
Parkway, have you taken a look at this whip that PureBlade's been using? The Nigerian rusher has been?
Yeah, the little extended one. It definitely allows for a couple more charges, which is which is interesting. But I found that by watching the front couple go a little short, unfortunately. So it might need. That's
what's interesting to me. The front charges are more accentuated in this design. It spans across 3 blocks as opposed to 2.
Yeah, and it looks like, I feel like with a little booster, like adding a piece of redstone here and a couple more blocks, so you could get a couple more charges. You get that such a widespread area of attack, I guess you can call it. You know, it's like an AOE in you know, RPGs or whatever, where it just covers such a large, expansive land. It can really do a lot of damage. You just, you know, maybe have to reach your target. If half their TNT falls in the void, it may not necessarily be the best. But they've definitely, I mean, they've been putting it to good use, and it's definitely been effective. But ooh, Chinatown coming in with a really clutch cannon right there, pointed at the Skybridge, which allows Surprise Grace to cross that void finally, connecting these two Skybridges. And this is a really big turning point in the game if Chinatown is able to get control of the Skybridge and really lock it down. That's a huge turning point in the game. And what's scary is it looks like they'll jump across a one wide bridge over a one whole gap over this. So, bit aggressive, a bit risky, but hey, why not, right? It looks like one player from PureBlade pilling up right underneath him. He has been spotted by an archer on Chinatown's side, so hopefully they're able to call that out and get these people up on Skybridge alerted of that. If not, he's just going to be pillaring uncontested right below him, which is not a good position. Alright, he has been spotted, probably about to get shot off. There you go. But PureBlade's doing their best, doing their damnedest to maintain control of this. They really don't want to give Chinatown the Skybridge, and I do not blame them. It's so far over their side. They actually managed to get one off. Surprise Grace fighting Zelif here, and NY coming up in partial armor. And Surprise Grace taking on this 1v2, and he manages to get it.
Surprise holding the whole thing.
Great
we don't
job.
have any other reinforcements coming in from Chinatown, and there are no items to help regen faster. We do have one from Chinatown, though, Icarusing, it seems.
That cannon was scary as all hell. I imagine Surprise Grace just had a little bit of a wet pants scenario there, because that cannon actually managed to simultaneously stop the person coming up to get Surprise Grace, but also damaging them in the process and almost spleefing them. So that was a bit scary. Adam Chen coming from the back in full diamond and just kind of 1-2 punches Surprise Grace out of there. So A-Pop Sick and one other person are coming up from Chinatown, but PureBlade's just going heavy retake right now. They have one guy in full diamond to tank and 3 other members to follow in and kind of clean up and get knocked back.
So standing back, getting those bow shots in, which is good because he can stall for time that way.
Yeah, and haven't been able to keep up with the cannon game, but they just need to keep pelting away with this cannon. Now that they've lost Skybridge, it's perfect time for them to fire, and it looks like they're doing just that. See how effective this is.
Chinatown gets the second one up on Sky.
Yeah, one shot actually manages to get one of those guys off, and NY actually manages to take an arrow and get shot off, but they have a ladder and a pillar straight back up to where they were. And unless they get rid of that with the cannon,
ooh, that looked like the last one off from PureBlade. So.
But again, like I was saying, with this pillar, we have one coming up from Staircase, which is immediately back up. I carry PvP straight back up, and A-Pop Stick is on his way up as we speak, and he'll be up shortly. So they have a pretty quick respawn up to that Skybridge. Unlike Chinatown, they have to cross such a huge piece of land to get back.
Surprise Grace gets one off. Surprise Grace doing very well up on Skybridge. We do have Adam Chen up here in full diamond. That's going to be difficult. Oh, we've got one down again. Adam Chen is the last person on Skybridge.
He is in full diamond though, so a tank is a tank, and it looks like Surprise Grace blocking. You know, ooh, nice shot by Lego taking that pony. Nice cannon, landed perfectly over Pony's head. That was a little beautiful actually. Yeah, a lot of work done there. So as I was saying, it just seems like, and this partially comes down to luck, but it's mostly skill and, you know, ability to use your cannons, but it just seems like PureBlade always has the perfect cannon set up in the perfect spot to do the most damage, or be the most clutch, it seems like. It just always seems like they have the perfect shot to take care of the, you know, the 2 people holding Skybridge, or the one guy that was trying to cannon them on Skybridge. It just seems like they're constantly winning those cannon duels, which is so debilitating for Chinatown, because they're constantly just seeming like they're seemingly in control and then just losing it so quickly.
PureBlade has taken that Skybridge completely, and they have opted to TNT run the whole thing. Adam Chen has gone to their side in full diamond, dewatering their pillar. So it looks like they need to be going for the Icarus game, which is probably a good call considering they've been doing some good work on those Icaruses. Yeah, definitely. And this is, you know, this just showcases. I think this match in particular is just so much fun to watch. I'm loving this match, just because I think it just does a great job of showcasing why I love Fractal. The heavy cannon game and really making cannons vital to the success of a team, and the ability to control resources, the kind of back and forth between Skybridge and ground fighting, although there hasn't been any mid bridges, and also having Icaruses be, you know, a viable strategy. It just allows for so much creative play and teams to really pull off some crazy and wacky plays that surprisingly work sometimes. And this is just one of the reasons why I love Fractal so much, and is one of my favorite DDC maps. It really allows offenders to really shine, I feel, because of the kind of expansive front lines and, you know, so many different ways of getting across. You know, offenders can be so tactile, you know, and so, you know, choosing how to play, they can really showcase their abilities on the map, which is so much fun. It's a little reminiscent of runes in that regard, and then it's very large, has a lot of opportunities to hide. Even us as streamers looking at Icaruses and, you know, having basically no one having bow pressure or anything, not having to guard a monument, we have keeping track of where those Icarusers go sometimes.
Yeah, and then once they land, you know, you tunnel in, and actually, this map is, you know, kind of not lends itself to tunneling, but tunneling is quite, you know, possible in this map.
It's a large part of this map, especially because you can underbridge under this bedrock here and get around very much out of visibility.
Yeah, just like I said, it's always fun watching offenders do their thing, especially when they're, you know, an effective one. Looks like we have a little quick Icarus coming in from Surprise Grace, but he's been spotted, or she's been spotted, I don't know. Sorry. Oh, a little fail cannon coming in right behind. That was could have been deadly. Another Icarus went up towards Skybridge from Chinatown. I think he missed, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on him. One getting shot down from Skybridge. I care PvP actually shot off by Arzanix and dies. I don't know where they fire the Icarus from Chinatown. I think he just landed. Let's see what that landed over by the monument. Yeah, it's Apop Sick over by the monument. He has been spotted immediately. His two people kind of swarming on him, take him out. He most likely won't be able to get too much done. Yeah, he gets taken out. So this is a good try by Apop Sick and Surprise Grace. I think they were trying to Icarus as well, and it looks like they died in their attempt. So not too much coming in from Chinatown at the moment. And if we look over on PureBlade's side, I mean, look at this right-hand side. They're just cannons all over the place. You know, it's relatively untouched. If you turn around and look at Chinatown's left-hand side, where PureBlade has been cannoning the whole game, it's kind of a desolate wasteland. They do have a couple cannons coming in up to Skybridge, so that's good. But knowing PureBlades, they'll have counters in for those cannons relatively soon, or if not, looks like PureBlade has started carpet bombing from Skybridge, excuse me. So that could be quite effective as well.
Oh, and it looks like there's a fully loaded Icarus just a few blocks away. Oh, it is not, and I'm just being fooled by our render distance. Pay no attention to the man behind the mirror.
The man behind the terrible PC.
Oh, and PureBlade just got cannoned hard up there. This Skybridge does not have a lot of width to it. It does not go side to side. One cannon is going to hit a large majority of that. Well, at least a non-router that's modified to hit up there would be able to.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
That's not a very good spot to be in. Once you get on their side, you want to be making
what's up? Sorry, bud.
diagonal progress, or even just
I don't know if
straight
Impact
side to
was.
side
I think they're playing
progress.
tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the match, those straight Skybridges are always fast and quick, and it seems like, you know, a good option. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you get cannon 3 times, and all of a sudden you're back on your side with no back on your Skybridge. It's like,
It really depends on where on the Skybridge you go, because, you know, getting across the void, having one
Leighton, go to us.oc.tc for
nice.
play like this.
But once you
so
get onto their side and you're really out of reach of your own team's cannons, you gotta start kind of maneuvering, carpet bombing, solving your own problems from the Skybridge.
Yeah, now, oh, sorry about that. Actually, they posted it in the chat, and I think it's a good idea. Let's hop into the Chinatown Lumber Room and hear how they're faring. I think it'll be interesting to see how they're holding up, because right now they're kind of in a position where they need to be rallying the troops, as it were. You know, where they're kind of on their heels right now, and they need to be starting to fight back in this position and really starting to get this game back in their hands. So let's go check out how they're handling it.
In the meantime, while we're listening to that, why don't you guys start suggesting some songs from Hiparkway to sing at the end of this match?
Yes, definitely. So we're gonna hop into their mobile room real quick and hear how they're faring.
Josh.
I got the left side.
Guys,
they're bringing to the right one.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Grace, move.
Shot one off. He's gonna be on our monument.
Guys, you know, hold him. Yeah.
They're gonna be carpet bombing this any minute.
Press it. Just go. Let's go. That's fine.
Right monument, help.
Okay, I'm routering it.
Right monument, help.
Nice.
Guys, right monument, there's a guy on it.
He's gonna get it.
Guys, help.
Guy that took out their own whiskey that was hitting you, Kai.
He's right there. He's getting touches.
We're
fucking
aware.
He's dead.
I was telling you guys for like the past like half a minute, and nobody responded.
Speak louder and call specific names.
Spicy, you realize you're supposed to be
Someone
getting back
else
and
got-
helping
someone
defenders. Specifically,
Where, Pony, where?
Right monument.
Yeah. I'm just countering this guy with stone.
There's a guy on bottom mid, now he's coming towards my side left.
Okay, I'm routing their Skybridge in a bit. I should be able to go back on Skybridge.
Guys, right monument up there.
Got him.
Nice guy.
I'm about to get to the
I'm at
core.
their core.
Do the pressure plate
Oh, God.
quick thing.
Oh,
Is that all covered? Oh crap! Is that all covered in glass?
yeah, yeah.
Grace,
I think we can get
confirm
bounced
that
back,
while
Grace.
we regen.
Yeah, I'm up here on the right by our pillar.
Okay, I'm coming out. Grace, come up with me.
Grace, I'm gonna...
Grace, come up with me.
Is there someone on left? Please go on left for a second. I need to make armor. Just fill in the void.
Not sure. Where are you?
I'm on the right. I'm on the Skybridge. We have control of
It's
Skybridge.
okay, I'm on left. I'm on that.
Just watch left, please.
I'm on
We have
left
control
already.
of Skybridge. We have control of Skybridge again.
Ah,
We
No.
don't.
We don't. There's 3 guys. I'm trying to
I
come up
recommend
back
someone tries for their right monument, which is our
Yeah.
left. Because
Okay,
it's
do you
void
want to-
really badly. It's so easy to like be taken
I'm on
down.
Skybridge solo. I'm getting close to
I'm
like,
no.
Jersey.
You have to come to where the tower is.
Can you keep on rattling it? Try to get them off.
Yep.
Try to rattle their Skybridge. Okay, Grace behind you. Okay, me and Grace are on Skybridge solo. Oh shit. Oh, fuck, we're up. No, I'm here. Mark, can you get it? I mean,
we need to get a touch on core.
No, I can't.
We should just Icarus
Okay.
there. I'm gonna try to get a touch on core.
They got me out.
Okay, I'm holding Skybridge solo.
Nice.
Like the last portion of it. If someone can come up with me.
Nice spot.
Spicy, call name.
Pops it.
3 guys
You're not-
Skybridge. I carry PvP.
That's not helping. No,
But can
you
don't
counter
call
that?
their names. Call
They
our
can,
names. Who do you
sorry.
want on Skybridge?
How
That's been
about
gone
Popsicle
over
and
already.
Grace? Popsicle and Grace, please.
Okay.
And Pony
Someone
as
please
well.
counter
I'm
this
behind you.
cannon
I'm
on
both
left.
spamming them.
Okay.
More towards the middle. They're going.
Yeah, and whoever's firing that router, keep doing it.
Alright.
I'm coming
Can
up
you
to
try and widen
Skybridge.
that?
Okay. Mark, once we have guys, if we have control of Skybridge, then you and Popsic, Mark and Popsic should just go back to flame looping the Icarus. Once we have control of Skybridge. But our main
The
priority
Icarus
is
isn't gonna work too well.
Oh, okay, then just ignore it and just go full on Skybridge. I'm
I
just
think
in the
Icarus
Archer
is
Tower.
good. We need to get a touch on core.
Right, Sam.
I
Yeah,
got someone
we're
off on Skybridge.
Gonna need to get to
Okay.
core a different way.
Okay, just start making this a bit wider.
Oh my
No, Grace,
fucking
don't
god.
solo. Grace, don't solo. Grace, don't.
Don't. Grace.
Grace. Grace, seriously, you have to listen to us. Please do not do that again.
Push.
But that Lego guy's now on the far left.
One's off. One's off.
He's building a
Good shot,
cannon.
man.
Got your cannon.
Me and Grace are coming.
Yeah, I'm getting supplies. I ran out. They're so annoying, the foes. We need stronger
I'm low.
people on
I'm
the
at half
Skybridge.
heart.
Me and Grace are coming.
I'm dead. I'm coming back up as well.
Pop's like, watch the
He's
bottom.
going
I'm
for
getting
the
armored.
diamonds. They're gone
Okay.
already.
We need to get a touch on core.
Should try and take out left monument. Seriously, it's very vulnerable.
Yeah,
Should I
left
try
monument
to
is
attack or
badly
something?
flooded. Maybe we could. Someone could
Okay,
make us
someone's
over
got us
left
up.
monument.
Whoever's okay. If you're not on Skybridge and if you're Popsic, Grace or Mark, then go up to Skybridge now.
What about me?
I'm watching Monument
Pony
for
as
as
well.
well. He gets armor.
Okay. Then once Arza gets small, just come back.
Yeah, I know.
Me and Grace and someone else. Who's that? 2 other. We're holding Skybridge solo.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm back at the bottom.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
We really need to do coordinated push. I
Josh,
think.
can you cannon their Skybridge?
Yeah. Once you cannon their
Skybridge
Skybridge,
over there, yeah. I can.
Grace, they're really annoying at bows. Just stay back.
Now you're starting to counter
see some
our
redstone.
part of the sky.
And water.
Yeah, guys.
Josh, you need to move farther to the left and counter that.
Can do.
Can you see the players?
So I would say not frantic, but little things are kind of going wrong in that communication. And I do not know what you're saying. I'm assuming because you're not holding any British talk.
No, it's because I mute my mic whenever I go into a mumble room to listen in, and forgot to unmute whenever I come out of it. So,
You're welcome for reminding you.
thank you very much. That's very useful and very helpful. I don't think it's frantic. It's definitely not frantic, but it seems like they're starting to get to that zone where they're sort of the time limit. I think is creeping into their brains. It seems where it's like, you know, guys, we have 25 minutes, and they may not know they're behind. Actually, no, they probably are aware. They need that core touch relatively soon, and the monument's kind of tough to tell.
The monument for Chinatown, the right one, I think, for Chinatown, is very depleted if you look at it. I see 3 blocks.
Yeah, definitely.
4.
And one person just dropped onto the monument, the same one.
I carry.
Yeah, start
And
picking
it
away at
looks
that.
like we're really hard defending that. That block span is also piling up on that monument. Once it gets too big, it's going to be easy to tunnel into and just get the rest of it.
Yeah, definitely. It's starting to get a bit sketchy for that monument in particular.
And I think the thing that's also really important to know in that communication is, like, there's some, you know, some snippy things.
Chen, sorry, just TNT ran a whole large part of Chinatown's left-hand side, taking out many of their cannons in Icarus, I believe, and killing the person in the process. So that was a great job by him. They just lost all cannons on left-hand side except for this one solo one on right-hand side.
Yeah, Chinatown had a very powerful Icarus there too, which is awesome. I mean, that's great to have that ability to defend the map so much. Problem is that's going to take a long time to make. I don't know if you saw Parkway. Do you know Corpus's version of the Claff?
I believe so, yes.
Basically a repeaterless version of that.
Yeah, with the torches on it, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see how teams adapted. It looks like they're actually rebuilding it immediately right behind core back here, so we can take a look at this design. Maybe leak some strats a little bit.
It can be a little problematic to have these new really complicated designs because oftentimes 1, 2, 3 people on the team know how to build it. Meaning that sometimes someone who has a different role has to basically go rebuild that, and that can cause a crumple in the team.
Yeah, and it's, you know, kind of relying on those one people really heavily is kind of tough because if that person doesn't perform, then everything kind of goes out the window. And you don't really want that to happen because then again, as I said, people start to crumble. You know, you start blaming, which is always never a good thing.
Looking at Chinatown, we've got that same Icarus back here behind the map, basically. I believe.
Oh, interesting.
In one of the updates, the XML basically was not updated as well, such that you can build back here now, and it is very useful to do. So this is a very powerful Icarus by the looks of it. It's 4, and then
and they're sending 3 people, and one of them died. Which has been interesting.
So that's a 28 TNT Icarus. So that should have about the same power of an extended Claff.
Should track one of these guys. One landed on top of core, the other one landed on left monument. So great coordination coming in from them. Looks like they'll be able to get a touch at least on that monument, and touch for the core as well. So Apopstic places himself immediately into the lava, but that core touch is really vital. So if they can tie up monuments, yeah, exactly. Although they might not be tied for monuments just yet, it's definitely a large portion of that kind of score that you need for the tournament matches to be back in this game. So it'll take a member of PureBlade dropping onto the left monument, Zelif. He's going for a touch, but he's spotted immediately by our Xanax and will most likely be taken out relatively shortly.
They've been going for that several times over, and 22 minutes left. They drop another person. They're going to get another piece here, most likely. He's blocking himself in. And I don't know if ours sees him. He does. Can he get the kill here?
He's got in the way and got into the tunnel and got I carry out, so he isn't able to get the touch. That's a good job by him.
But it is becoming really tooth and nail here, and in the 20-something minutes left, very likely we're going to see that monument go. Meaning, looking at it from Chinatown side, they need to get a monument.
Yeah,
or an
and
objective in general.
What's interesting is that will be the first completion. If that is next, which it seems like the way both teams are playing, that will most likely be the next objective. That'll be the first completion of the match, 40 minutes into the match, which is a bit interesting. It's
a pretty slow-paced game.
Yeah, and it kind of shows how both teams are playing. Either they're playing slow-paced, or they're just playing a very effective defensive game. So PureBlades, as we saw, once Chinatown extended that skybridge at the beginning of the game.
Now. Naked though, not going to be of much help. Adam 10 really.
He was most likely shot off.
Looking at all the diamond on PureBlade's side, they could definitely drop like 2 diamonds. They can spare those kinds of sets.
SAT, oh no,
and Chinatown cannot. With 2 diamonds, you could easily just kill the people at the monument and get the whole thing.
Yeah, one person to break and one person to distract. I mean, 1 diamond can distract up to 3 or 4 people.
Sorry to interrupt you. One dropping in Icarus, Apopstic, and he's killed by Zeloff.
but manages to get a touch, which honestly in Monuments, a touch is a touch, and it just, even one touch can help propel your team, giving that much closer to winning, so.
We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks left on this right monument from PureBlade, and the majority left, all but 1 block it seems, on the other monument.
Another member of PureBlades just dropped down onto Chinatown's left-hand monument. I don't think he's been spotted because the defender is getting bow spammed a bunch, so it looks like he's so distracted he hasn't noticed this naked guy just blocking himself in. I carry PvP dropped in to support him, and there's only 1 block left. Both guys have noticed now. I carry PvP.
They're going for the kill
got
of
the
the
defender,
and that allows you the time to be able to get the objective.
and that could be, oh, if he blocks himself in, that could be a completion right here. Slow, he's in water, but oh, so there's 1 block. There's 1 more block hidden in here somewhere that we didn't notice. Oh, it's right in between all these crafting benches there. So 1 block left. It looks. Yeah, it looks like.
If I were them, I would take out all of this block spam. I would put on iron bars because they have a high mining time and are easy to see through.
And it's not like they're hurting for iron. They have plenty of iron to do it with.
Mhm.
Actually, looking around, that may not be as true as I thought. No, their right tower is completely intact.
Yeah, their right tower is pretty solid.
Yep.
And even so, I mean,
yeah, it's
very, very.
It's 1 block of iron can give you like 16 iron bars. So. Oh, Beambutt actually took advantage of the fact that WoW looked like seems to be messing around with the water on the monument, or it looks like someone dewatered. It's hard to tell, but actually managed to get a touch, actually sizable touch on the PureBlade's left monument. There's only 3 blocks left on that monument, and there's one still exposed.
Yeah, and we've got to kind of end at that. Ooh, good timing to get
close.
it. They get it soon.
And PureBlade needs to get water on there. Yeah, and there it gets covered. Oh.
Just in time.
Yeah, just in time.
One of those shots was so close to getting it. You saw it get the glass. Instant does have that high blast resistance though, so you have to be pretty precise.
Yeah. Looks like our Xanax trying to clear some of the block spam around this monument so we can mine down to that 1 block and hopefully defend it a little more effectively.
Again, definitely the same advice defensively for PureBlade. If you get those iron bars around it, especially when those pieces are so far apart, very difficult to get those last few pieces.
Yeah, now in that quick offensive game that both teams were just playing, we kind of forgot about Skybridge for a little bit, so just checking back in. It looks like NY has been up here alone because people just keep dropping off, but he's holding it, and Chinatown doesn't look like they have any thoughts of taking back Skybridge anytime soon. So, looks like Zelov and NY are here, and knowing Adam Chen and Zelov, they both look like they're probably going to just double drop 1 iron, 1 naked onto this monument and try to get completion.
It seems.
There goes Adam Chen, flying down with that wonderful cape.
Failed.
And not sure if Zelov is going to drop down to support him. So he's taken out, but Adam Chen, I think he might have gotten shot off there actually. As we were talking about before, right before that big offensive push from both teams, we were talking about kind of why this match seemed to be going so slow pace, and again, 42 minutes into the match, or however long, 43 minutes, still no completions. Like I was saying, it shows how effective both teams are being on the defensive game, either in terms of cannoning or in terms of just kind of slowing down Skybridge, or stopping the people from dropping or Icarusing. And I think that was best showcased when Chinatown had their Skybridge extended all the way and connected to PureBlade's side. PureBlade's just had sent like a constant barrage of people up there and cannoned really effectively, took back Skybridge, and now they're in control of Skybridge, and they've been using it for the past 10-15 minutes to kind of just pain loop this monument. They've only been doing the 1, but a completion is a completion right now with only 15-16 minutes left, so that could be huge for them. Looks like Adam Chen trying to go for the unwatering. Oh no, he's placing. That's really cool. He's placing pressure plates on top of the monument so that they can drop TNT and carpet bomb effectively and get touches. That is really interesting. I carry PvP just got kind of destroyed by his own teammates. TNT and Zelf dropped down full iron, but he got taken out quickly. So, but it looks like one of those TNTs is about to land in the pressure plate. If they can pull that, oh, that exposes the. But actually, in the long run, that might have just helped our Xanax find that 1 block. But it was a good attempt. I really like that. It's a pretty neat strategy. Looks like one member of Chinatown just.
We're going for another piece here.
Apopsic gets killed by his teammate as he's mining the monument. That's rough. And actually, the timing of how that happened, it looked like Beambutt had already fired once Apopsic landed, so there wasn't much going back from that, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely right now, with 15 minutes left in the game and no completions, that Skybridge is really going to be a huge pain in the side for Chinatown right now, because this pain loop, eventually, I feel like they're just gonna chip through that armor and just get that completion. And with only 15 minutes left, then they might not have to fall back. You know, they might be able to fall back into a more defensive position, but in the position they're in, they don't have to. They can just stay up on the sky bridge, and as long as they're not letting those kind of 1-2 Icaruses get over and get completions, I mean, PureBlade should be set with a 1 monument completion right now. And even without the completion, they're leading in touches. So, you know, right now, PureBlade's in a really solid position. But as we say that, 2 people drop down to the left monument. 1 immediately falls out of the world. Apopsic, the only one left. It looked like a surprise grace tried to go with him, but fell immediately into the void. He actually de-waters the monument. So WoW needs to do this very quickly, and Beambot is firing, gets the water up, but not all blocks completely covered. Oh no!
It's gonna be really tough to hit that, especially with instant blast resistance.
Yeah, but he's gonna try. And as we say that, Adam Chen, that, like I said, that pain loop finally pays off. And first completion, 45 minutes into the match, and Adam Chen's still running around causing havoc.
That's actually I carry, so.
Oh, I carry, yeah.
Elsewhere.
Interesting. Yeah, Adam Chen is above the core dewatering. But as far as I know, I remember, I believe Chinatown had several layers of sources, so dewatering might not be easy, but this is definitely a very good start. That's for damn sure.
The topmost layer looks a little sloppy.
Yeah, but like I said, they may have that solid water above the core, and I don't think he's been spotted at all.
No, and if he gets a little bit more, that core is gone.
Maybe they don't have layers of sources, but yeah, okay, they do. They do have several layers of sources right above the core, so it's a bit of an bit of a tall task, but still, great job by Adam getting rid of that. And I mean, from his eyes, that probably looks really promising.
We have like 3-4 layers on top of this core right now, and that is not a very thick.
2 Icaruses landing on left side for Chinatown, right on top of one right on top of the monument, the other one a little bit far back.
Right on the core.
And
PureBlade poised right over that core, carpet bombing the defenders. They may be sending more people down to get rid of that water.
Yeah, Surprise Grace and Apopsic tried to get that monument, but were unable to get it. Not even able to unwater it or dewater it, unfortunately. But yeah, they can't let up the pressure now. This is the worst time to let up the pressure. Actually, right now, laying up the pressure means you lose. So they just need to keep doing what they're doing, and hopefully capitalize on something or make one of these pushes work. It just seems like every time they push, something happens to go wrong, and they kind of lose their opportunity, or whatever opportunity they created just kind of goes away. And why finally getting canned off? I feel like he's died in a very long time. I just feel like I just haven't seen his name pop up. So you know, it just seems like every time Chinatown kind of gets that opportunity, as we say, that Adam Chen drops down right on top of the core, starts trying to get the dewater off, but Hager spots him immediately. He is naked, but he has the high ground, so this could be interesting. And he's okay. Kai takes him out with the bow from long range. That's a good job. Another fail cannon coming in from Chinatown. Kind of rough seeing those all game. It seems like they just can't make it work, unfortunately. They keep trying, and nothing seems to be going their way. Another person dropping down to the core, and they're in the perfect position to pain loop this core and pain loop this water. It's a bit of an interesting choice to go for the core completion rather than the monument completion, but with their sky bridges right now, it's most definitely the better choice.
And you know, looking out.
No, Draco. PureBlade will win right now.
First time that China is ever losing the resource war.
Yeah, and now actually, if we take a look, Kai, I believe that was, tried to jump up to Skybridge and flank, but he got taken out immediately. Zelf is in the perfect spot to spot this Icarus before Chinatown gets it off and shoot the players that are trying to use it. So that's a really important position for him to be in, because he can call out that Icarus and he can try to shoot people as they're trying to fire. So definitely a very powerful position from him there, and just that one player alone can be very effective locking down that Icarus. Especially since that Icarus is the only offensive pressure Chinatown has right now, so shutting that down could basically spell the end of the game for Chinatown at this point. And it looks like Chinatown actually, as we say that, is reverting to these mid-bridges, which we've seen some teams kind of default to once the match starts going a little awry. Yeah, the match starts going a little awry for them.
It's sloppy, but they can be powerful.
Definitely. They're so fast.
Sky dominance.
Exactly, and
it really bites you in the butt.
PureBlade being so powerful on Skybridge just means they're going to be very weak on the ground, which means those mid-bridges can be kind of strong. And a little scary because they're so fast and get so many players over so quickly. Looks like Apopsic was taken out relatively quick, yeah.
Still, we're sitting at 15 and 2 on PureBlade's side. And it looks like still 11 and 0 on Chinatown's side. So PureBlade not only in a 6-block lead, but also in a 1 completion lead. With 10 minutes left, that's not looking very good for Chinatown or Parkway.
Not really sure how this is going to go for me.
What songs do people want?
That's a good question. Everyone, songs that I'm going to be forced to serenade you with terribly.
Really? Ty, Ariana Grande,
Ariana
Jessie
Grande.
J.
I feel like it
anything?
has to be something that I know the words to, so at least I can keep along with the song.
No, that's gonna make it even better. I tried to do a rap section or something the other day, and I was like, I can't read words too fast.
It's not that hard.
Dude.
Oh, you mean like a brand new song I've never heard before? Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, brand new
Yeah,
song
screw
I've
that.
never heard.
Whoa, 2-man anchors coming in from Chinatown, hopping over. Maybe they can get this completion. Not sure bring them back into the game, but I could definitely get them very much closer. 2 people didn't drop straight onto that monument, and with only 2 pieces left, one piece and one on the other, both have a door, and that's a completion. That's a great push for Chinatown. They are unfortunately down in terms of touches on the opposite side of the monument, but
4 blocks near the monument.
with only 10 minutes remaining, that is a very clutch moment for Chinatown right there. Both players dropping down, each onto the opposite part, or each onto the separate piece, and both of the door to get that instant touch. Just that was a great play. That was well coordinated, well executed. Just good play by Chinatown right there. So right now, PureBlade's gonna be shifting all their attention towards. I believe if I were them, be shifting all their attention towards that other monument, just because that's probably where PureBlade or where Chinatown is gonna be trying to force this win, if you want to put it that way. Because getting it in front of or getting ahead with the touch game is probably the easiest way. It's probably a little easier than a core league at this point, just because of how well defended and how evolved PureBlade's core defense is. But we'll see how PureBlade sets this up. They have 3 people very close to this core, or excuse me, this monument. So it's pretty well guarded by PureBlades here. And Chinatown had some people just running around. They should be getting coordinated relatively soon. I would be surprised to see some players gearing up towards this Icarus, but they all seem to be running away from the Icarus. So don't mind me. I don't know what I'm talking about. It looks like that's because one of the members of PureBlades had run across that mid-bridge or had Icarus, and one was tunneling, and one's Zelf actually on top of the monument here. And there's a bunch of players from Chinatown, but no one nearly close enough to stop him from getting a bunch of touches right here. This could be huge. Another one, iCarry PB down, taken out immediately, or actually no, it wasn't knocked out, but Show getting flanked from iCarry. You really need to take care of that. And Zelf just going to town on the monument, no one to stop him here. You get a bunch of hits from that naked guy, but he's still blocked in. This is really dangerous. And they managed to bring it down to only having 5 blocks left on this monument, which really puts Chinatown in a tough spot, because that's a huge deficit to come back from, and he's still going Zelf. I mean, this could be a completion if they don't kill him soon. That's one. They have 2 blocks left. He's managed to take down the guy that was chasing after him, so that's gonna be 1 more block for him probably. No, but wow, Zelf just doing so much work right now, and Chinatown they lost too many players in that situation. So Zelf doing a really good job, along with the support of his teammates but Apopstic gets touched on the core. Let's see where that's going. Could this be league? No, he's just on top. So unfortunately, that's not going to be able to do anything very realistic unless he gets that side leak, but that's very unrealistic. Beanbutt actually manages to get a touch on that right monument. That might have been a cannon. Knowing Beanbutt, he's been cannoning the whole time. But, oh, actually, no, we had a member inside with this door, so we've seen doors actually come into a little bit more play than I've ever expected, so it's kind of interesting to see. And, I mean, they're definitely very useful. They clear up 2 air blocks immediately as soon as you place them, and you could stand inside them in the air so you can mine quickly and get rid of the 2 water blocks. And it seems to offenders just seem to be loving them, really. Yeah, Ubars. I mean, it's really cool to see players pull out plays like that and really make things happen for their team. It's plays like that that allow teams to really propel themselves in matches like this, where it may feel like they're down a little bit. In Chinatown with that with that completion of the one monument, with that beautiful completion, I mean, it's like those little plays that really make teams worth watching. We have iCarry PV dropping down to the monument. I believe he was spotted, and he's naked, and Arzanix is here to try to take him out, but he's fully blocked in, so it's a bit scary. And that's what Zelf did last time, and he managed to get, I think, like 7 blocks or something like that. And Ultimate Gamer right behind him as well, and Arzanix taken out by Lego, and Kaiser hopefully to take out Ultimate Gamer. There we go. So they weren't able to get another touch. Yeah, and I'd have to agree with Varus right here, but anything is possible. With only 5.5 minutes left, really wow, a 4-man Icarus coming in from Chinatown. 2 on the monument, 1 with a door and the other one fighting, but the one fighting gets taken out immediately, which is how I'm saying all these things. They seem to get these, positions set up, and a tunnel coming up under the core. This is huge for them, but they need to get the leak, and unfortunately that glass, that's too thick, so it's going to be rough. They have the glass and the ice to go through there, and it doesn't seem like they were able to do it. It's just a really nice rotation coming in from PureBlade to stop that to really shut down that Icarus. Excuse me. So, doing a really good job of realizing, hey guys, we're in the lead right now, and we need to hold this down. But a 4-piece difference, that's massive right now. That 4-man Icarus really could have been really effective, and that's what I've been saying about Chinatown this whole game. It seems like they set up these situations for them to, to really get a lot of stuff done, but just everything seems to be going wrong for them, and it just kind of keeps biting them in the butt. Like, they keep losing these little tiny duels, and I mean, that's the situation right there. That 4-man Icarus could have won them the game, or at least put them in the lead in the last 5 minutes, but they wouldn't have been able to get. They couldn't complete that monument, and they couldn't get that core leak, unfortunately. So right now, PureBlade's still in the lead, and I'm joined by Platinum. Aloha, buddy.
Greetings.
Yeah, very intense match. Alright, yeah, no, very intense match coming in from PureBladeEnergyStorm in Chinatown right now. There's 4 minutes left. Both teams have a completion, and right now PureBlade is ahead by 4 blocks in terms of monuments. But one member of Chinatown, as I say that, just drops down to the right monument, but he's alone, a Pupstick. Ooh, unfortunately, he's the ground too hard. Only 10 block fall, but seemed to be enough to break his legs and take him out of commission. And as all this has been going on, PureBlade has just been slowly but surely, and actually not so slowly. This Skybridge has gotten huge recently. I think Chinatown has forgotten what the word cannon means. They've been so focused on holding off PureBlade from these constant pushes that they haven't had the time or the resources to cannon or stop the Skybridge. So PureBlade just kind of has the freedom to just kind of walk around above them and drop down wherever and whenever they please. So that's a bit of a scary situation for Chinatown to be in.
There seems to be a lot of blocks around that monument.
Yeah, that's also a bit scary as well, because one member of PureBlade dropping in there and blocking in without being noticed, that's gonna be GG. That's Show. Okay, so there was a guy in there, as I said that, blocked in, but that was actually Show looking to try and get rid of some block spam, it looked like. And then you take a look, and that monument and the blocks left versus PureBlade's monument. PureBlade's monument looking a lot better because it's wide open, defenders are easily accessible to the monument, and they can really do a really good job of holding it down. And the same goes for the core. The core is so clean. And
mining the monument inside the bunch of blocks right now, by the way.
Excuse me, hello. Adamchin inside, just as I was saying that, he gets in unnoticed and manages to get another touch. So that's going to be, what, 1 block left for them right now. And Adamchin's still alive. He's just looking, he's just searching for this last block. And I think he doesn't know it's in the opposite corner, or he might, he's digging right for it. That's another completion, and there we go, that's PureBlade up by another completion. So that's massive. I mean, Chinatown really right now, with that completion, that completion will force it to boom, but they only have 2 minutes to do it, and that's not a lot of time. And they're not in the position to do it, unfortunately, unless they get some sneaky guy in there and really take care of it. But PureBlade's is smart, they're going to have 6 people standing around this monument right now to prevent that from happening. But PureBlade's not letting up on the pressure. I mean, one guy, he got shut off, but still, having these people above core on Skybridge, I mean, it's still always that thought in the back of your head, like, and it looks like Zelf just going like he needs that core touch just to have on the profile. But it's interesting because PureBlades, while they're not necessarily being aggressive on Skybridge, just the fact that they're there in the back of your head as Chinatown, it's always eating away at you, like they're right above us, and they can do anything, and they're really kind of just, enforcing their will upon us right now. We can't really have a say in what they're doing or how they're doing it. Yeah, Chinatown, the final push in the best minute and a half. I mean, it's really all they got left, and this needs to be it. Whether it be Icarus or whether it be, yeah, it's an Icarus, 3-man Icarus looks like. 1, 2, all 3 of them die. That's really unfortunate. Unless they can get another Icarus up in the next 20-30 seconds, I think that may be GG. It's unfortunate.
Diamond armor left?
I don't believe so. They lost so many of their diamonds. I'd be surprised if they did.
Okay.
What just happened?
Like a couple defenders on PureBlade side got taken out. But as you said, there's so many people around that monument right now that taking out a couple people is not going to really do much.
Yeah, they're so quick to rotate because there's so many people around. And NY_ is right under this core. I think they know he's there. Yeah, they know he's there, but a little scary just to have him there. And 30 seconds left in this really great matchup, and looks like it'll be going towards PureBladeEnergyStorm. So, just we have one naked guy under the core, but IKRPP sees him, and Pony is taken out. Ten seconds left, and that will be it. Unless there's a miracle cannon, which I don't think is possible. That'll be GG, and great game coming in from both teams. Really fun to watch.